Hi everyone, I'm gonna wait a couple seconds to have a couple more people join. Thanks for being here. Go this down. Hi. Okay, so I'll just start talking a little bit. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's working to solve this pandemic and keep us all safe. I feel very privileged to be at home safe right now. And hopefully I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and about the festival, and then we're going to do a little movement workshop. We're going to look at a piece of art and sort of think about different themes that come to mind, and then I'm gonna ask you to come up with some different moves that are inspired by the work, and then we'll create a dance together that we can sort of take away from this. So this is the Art and Social Activism Festival that's running online from April 15th to the 30th. And this is the first of 2 Wellness Saturdays. So come back next week, I think at the same time, for another different wellness program. My name is Lauren King. I'm a dancer with New York City Ballet, and I teach at the School of American Ballet also. And I met Nicholas Cohn, who's in charge of the Art and Social Activism Festival, in Harvard, actually a couple of weeks ago, because we're both pursuing a master's degree in museum studies. And we connected because both of us are trying to do things to kind of bring art to the people and try and make it a little bit more relatable and make it a little bit more impactful. So that's a little bit about me. For my museum studies degree, I'm actually working on a movement guide for museums that's sort of for visual arts museums right now, but it could be used for anything, for visitors to sort of experience the art in a different way. So instead of just looking at the art and having that visual memory after you leave, to kind of embody it a little bit differently through a dance move and then have that physical connection to the work. So a physical memory as well as just a visual memory. So we're gonna kind of be mocking what that's like today. And there's a really strong connection between dance and the visual arts, actually, even though there's not as much in museums. The dance people who create dances always usually collaborate with visual artists for their costuming and set designs. And I mean, obviously, visual artists are also inspired by dancers sometimes. But there's a really big tie-in between all of the arts. And I'm actually also working on something else right now, the Nantucket Dance Festival. It happens every summer on Nantucket. It's this amazing festival. Right now it's being produced and created by a colleague of mine at the New York City Ballet, Tyler Angle. And this year's our first year where we're doing a really strong digital presence, so be sure to check that out. It's Nantucket Dance Festival. You can check them out on Instagram. It's very new right now, but there's going to be a lot of content on that sort of ties together music and the visual arts and dance, and it's really interesting, I think. So it'll be a fun thing to follow. And then so I think that we're just going to get started with a little bit of a warm-up, and then we're going to go on and I'll show you an image, and then we'll start to create sort of a dance together. This was also inspired. I saw something the other day that Yoko Ono said on her Twitter. She said, start dancing physically or in your mind. Make sure to put on your favorite music for it and keep dancing. So let's start dancing together. I'll put on some music. We're going to start with some Steve Reich drumming, which is just a really nice beat for us to start moving around to. Hold on, get this started. Okay, we're just going to do a really simple warm-up. Let me know if the volume's okay, if it's too loud or anything. Let's just start totally basic. You can, if you're sitting down and you don't feel like getting up, you can just do it with your breath, you can do it with your upper body, or if you want to get up, you can get up, and we're just going to do a couple of jumping jacks. So we can do jumping jacks. If you don't want to jump, just do side, step side, or stepping side to side. If you're sitting, you just do your upper body, or just really working on our breath. Breath is so important right now, so in through the nose, out through the nose. Let's start. 30 seconds of jumping jacks, or doing whatever modification you want. Breathing. Good. Even just breathing can get our heart rate to a nice steady level, so that will help also. Halfway there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. We're gonna reach up really high. If you're sitting, just reach up. We're gonna roll down to warm up our back. And roll back up. If you're sitting down, you can just do like little head rolls. And down. And back up. This is also warming up our hamstrings a little bit. And down. And up. And let's do 2 more. Down. And up. And 1 more. Down. And up. Let's go back to jumping jacks for another 30 seconds, doing whatever. Oh, sorry, we have a dog friend here. Come on in, Gertie. And we're halfway there. Keep going. And we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do a little bit of twisting. So we're going to reach up again, kind of like you're diving in to the water if the water was above you. Diving in and twisting. And you can do this with a little plie too if you want. And up, or if you're sitting, just do the upper body or just your head. Up and twist. Up, twist, up, twist, up, twist, up, twist. Let's do 2 more. 1 to the right and 1 more to the left. Good. Let's just do a couple of squats. So if we're standing up, we can just go down to about like as far down as you can go. You don't need to go any farther down than like 90 degrees. If you're just sitting, you can just do your arms down and up. Let's just do 10. Down, up, down, up. 3, 4. This is warming up our quads. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do jumping jacks again. Another 30 seconds. Trying to get the heart rate a little bit going. Our whole body moving. With our legs and our arms if we're up, standing up. Just our arms if we're sitting down. Just our breath if we're just watching. And we don't feel like getting up or doing anything. More seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's do another sort of squat version, but sort of mixing the twist and the squat. So we're going to reach down to the side, and then we're going to come up nice and high to like on your tippy toes on releve. And down to the side, and up. Down to the side. Up, down, and up. If you're sitting, you just do the twisting portion and the arms down to the side and up. side, down, up, down, up. Let's just get our arms a little bit more going. So we're just gonna do punch together, step. We can do this with steps. You can just do it with your upper body. You do it with a hop, like you're a boxer. Let's do this for 30 seconds. Go as fast as you want. After this, we'll start our dance routine. Good, we're halfway there. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Good. Nice, so we did a little bit of warm up for our arms, our legs. Let me turn this off for a second. Our back. So now we're ready to go. Because I'm a ballet dancer, this is sort of all gonna be based on a little bit more presentation. Ballet was created, obviously, back in the olden times, and it's very presentational. It's supposed to be very royal, and it's really made for the stage. So everything is kind of open because we want to be able to see all of you. The port de bras is really open. It's very exaggerated. So if I was going to say hello to someone instead of just doing this, if I was on a huge stage, I would have to do a huge wave, very like as exaggerated as you can, kind of. So for all of the moves that we're going to do, it's kind of going to be similar to that. We're going to do an exaggerated version of a simple gesture. So I was thinking we could start with, let's start looking at this image. I think a lot of you are probably gonna recognize it. Well, I'm gonna turn off, or you can put the comments down if you just like swipe down a little bit, but I think everyone knows what this is. It's George Seurat. It's was made in 1886. That's correct, right? Yeah, 1886. It's called A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte, or Jatte, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. And obviously this is an example, for those of you who know, it's like pointillism. So he actually made all of this with very little dots instead of, actually painting strokes. They're all little specific dots. So if you're really close up, you actually can't see, and it just looks like blur. So I thought this was a really interesting one to choose because it's kind of like an escape. Who doesn't want to be sitting on the Seine River right now in summertime with a little parasol or something, with all your friends, being close to each other. Yeah, so maybe let's just start thinking about some things that come to mind, like a theme that you see in the work, and if you see a theme in the work and like kind of what a movement that might go with it. So, I mean, there's someone in the very front, I don't know if you can see him, he's smoking a pipe. So as an example, oh yeah, like lounging back. So maybe if we were lounging back, we would do something like that, like a little hinge back, or just with our arms back like that. So maybe let's hang on to that one. That's a good one. Lounging back. There's someone in the front smoking a pipe, so maybe you would do like a pipe smoke or something. But I want to hear what you guys can think of, if anyone can think of anything good. I'll just wait a second, because I'm sure we're loading a little bit. It's also really interesting because a lot of these people aren't really interacting with each other, and that's another thing. Oh, someone just said arms up overhead like a parasol. Maybe something like that, or we could do like an opening a parasol, something like that. Raising an umbrella, stuffing a pipe. Ooh, stuffing a pipe. Ooh, or twirling an umbrella. These are all good. Let's pick a couple. Let's do definitely the lounging back one I really like. Arms up over the head like a parasol. maybe we could tie in the parasol and the umbrella and twirling an umbrella. Ooh, skipping child. That's gonna be a hard one for the stamina, but we could do that one. So let's just start maybe with the lounging back. So this is maybe one move. Maybe we have another move that's a parasol, or I like this as parasol, so it's kind of like we're shading ourselves from the sun. Opening an umbrella. I don't know how you twirl an umbrella. Maybe just bringing it around like that, if it had like an end on it. Oh, someone said tipped you through the tulips. Oh, or being a dog, I like that. So let's add in like one that's like a running around thing too, because everyone wants to run around outside right now. I know I do. So maybe we just do a skip. I mean, I have no space right here. If you have a lot of space, then you can skip around as much as you want. But maybe we just do a little skip in place. You can go around yourself or just up and down. Yes, we're gonna go larger again for the movements. I think everyone has a good idea of what the image is. So let's do, maybe we'll write these down and I'll pin them. Oops, sorry, I flipped it. Sorry. Let's write down lounging, just so that we can all remember them, even though I'm gonna be doing them, so I can remember them really. Lounging, parasol, open, umbrella, twirl umbrella, and skipping, and dog. And let's pin that. How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Okay, so now that'll stay there. So let's practice that all together. So maybe we do, oh, let me put on some music for this. Sorry. Just for some motivation. This is Beethoven's Sonata for Violin and Piano, number 5, and it's also known as the Spring Sonata, so I thought it was appropriate. It's a little bit of violin and piano. So maybe we start with the lounging back. Coming back, and then we shade ourselves and open. Open the umbrella and twirl. And then maybe we do the skipping one next. So we skip. You can skip around yourself. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then maybe dog. What should we do for dog? Like a little shake, or I kind of like the shake. Like just like a dog that just got out of the water. They just went in the Seine River and you need to shake off your water. Okay, so maybe let's do this again. I'm gonna go through it again. Let's take like 8 counts for each one. 8 counts. I know this isn't really like super clear music, but I think it'll be good for us to do. And we lounge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, come back. Parasol, just to learn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Open it up. 3, 4, twirl. 6, 7, 8, and skip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and shake it. You just got out of the water. Good. So that's gonna be like our little dance that we can do for this one. I also have one other image that we can do after this one that's a little bit more abstract, but let's do this one again. Oh my gosh, yes it does. The dog does look very Alexis. Let's do it again. Maybe we'll do it a little bit faster this time, so every 4 counts will change. And we lounge. 2, 3, 4. Parasol. 2, 3, 4. And open the umbrella. 3, 4. And twirl. 2, 3, 4. And skip. 2, 3. Actually, I want to do skipping more. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we shake, 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 and then we're done. I think that's a pretty good dance for, let's look at the image again. This is like a really cool physical version of what we're seeing in this image. Like if you were explaining to someone by dancing, that's kind of what we're doing. Nice. Let's do it one more time, just because that was kind of fun and I want people to be able to remember it if they want to. And I think this is going to be saved, so you can come back and look at it again. So let's do lunge, 2, lounge, 3, 4, and parasol, 2, 3, 4. Open the umbrella, 2, 3, 4, and spin, 2, 3, 4, and skip, 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 skip all around, 2, 3, 4, and shake, 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 shake the water off. Good. Nice. Are we all good to do another image? This other image that I found is by an Italian artist named Salvo. His full name is Salvatore Mangione, but he goes by Salvo. And for part of his career, he went into Monviso, which is by the Piedmont Mountains in the Alps, kind of by the northwest part of Italy. And he was really inspired by the work there, the nature there, sorry. And he made a lot of sort of conceptual art images based off of the landscape there. So I really like this one because the colors are really cool, and I also like the different shapes of the trees. It kind of, for me, reminded me of how everyone's so different and we're sort of apart, but we're also together in this social distancing world. And like each tree is so unique and individual. I don't even know where you would see, I guess in Monviso you see all these trees. I don't know about the pink tree, but, or the yellow one. I also like that the yellow one kind of looks like, I don't know, it looks like a little bit like Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse to me. I don't know why, maybe it's the bubbliness. So maybe let's think about, I know this one's a little bit harder to do, but if we were in this place, or like what kind of work, what kind of movement this might inspire. It's hard because there's a lot of roundness and there's a lot of sharpness, but we could also just do, I also see, I think, some water in the background. So yeah, let's just see if anyone comes up with anything. Good. Oh yeah, let me unpin this one, sorry. Yes, star jazz hands, that's so good. If anyone doesn't know what jazz hands are, that's kind of like these trees in the corner. Oh, or star jumps. I guess that's, oh, star jumps is like, I think of star jumps as like a jumping for joy kind of thing, like a, I don't know if that's what you mean by star jumps, but that's what I think of. Ooh, yeah, long lines, or swimming, maybe swimming and climbing the trees. Oh yeah, something inspired by the waves. So let's definitely do swimming. So for swimming, maybe we'd do like, just like a breaststroke, or what's this called? Freestyle. Or we could do, yeah, we could do breaststroke too. I kind of like freestyle for this one. Long lines, maybe we could just make ourselves as long as we can. Maybe we climb the tree and then we reach for something, like we're trying to make the longest line that we can. So how did we start? Well, we did the star, oh, let's do jazz hands, 2, 3, 4, star jump up, and then we do, maybe do swimming after that. And then climbing the tree, reaching, And then maybe we do something inspired by the waves to finish, like we just got into the water. Okay, let's do, I think that we're good with this image to be gone now. So we can be big. And what did I say we were gonna do? Jazz hands. Jazz hands, star jump, swimming, climbing, reaching, and, oops, not teaching, reaching. Reaching and waves. Let's come up with something good for the waves too. Let's pin this. Okay. So we have our, oh, I have different music for this one actually. This is a little bit more intense. This is music from, well, there's a ballet to this music called Glass Pieces, choreographed by Jerome Robbins. And it's also part of an opera called Akhenaten, sorry. And it's by Philip Glass. And it's also very repetitive, similar to the Steve Reich, but it's very powerful. So we're gonna use this one for this one. Even though we're still on the beach, it's just like a good get you going movement. Okay. So we're starting with our jazz hands, and then we're doing the star jump. Then we're swimming. I'm just going through them so we can all remember them. And then we're climbing. You can do with just your upper body or both upper body and lower body. And then we're reaching. Maybe there's an apple in the tree, or who knows what there. Maybe there's a bird, you want to touch it. And then we have the waves. How can we do the waves? Maybe we could just like do a little sway. A sway for the end. So let's go through that again. Maybe you do it slow, like in counts of 8, like we did before. So we do, and jazz hands, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and jump, and jump, and jump. Maybe we'll just do 4 jumps. Jump, and then we just swimming, swimming, and swimming. Let's just do swimming a little bit more because it feels good. And then we climb, 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 and reach, and down, reach. Maybe there's one over here that you want to get, one over here, and then we finish with the waves. Good. That was kind of a fun one. I also like this music too. It's like so powerful. Let's start again. Maybe we'll do it a little bit faster this time. So we're going to do jazz hands. 2, 3, 4, and up, and up. Let's do 4 again. Up, and up, and swim. Swim. And then we did climb. And reach, reach, reach. Reach, and wave. Good. I think we should do this one again. Maybe we'll go back and do the other one. Oops, sorry. Maybe we'll go back and do the other one again also, just so we remember it. Also because it's kind of fun. Yeah, let me start the music over. Okay, let's do this one again. 5, 6, 7, 8, and jazz hands. And start, and start. Start, you just your arms if you want, and swim. You're swimming, and climb, 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 climb. However you climb a tree, that's good. Reach, 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 and wave. Good. Ah, sorry. Okay, does anyone have any questions, any requests? Should we do the first one again? We could just do a little cool down. I'll wait 1 second. Nothing? Let's just try it again. I'm gonna do this last one that we did again, let's just look at the image again too, just because it's kind of nice. Let's do this one again since we're here, and then we'll do the first one again so we remember it. So let's go off of this. Oops, yeah. Let's do this one more time. See, also because it's pinned already and I remember it. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, and hands. 2, 3, 4, and up. And start. Start, and swim. Swim, and swim. And we climb. And reach, 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 and then we wave. Nice. Good, let's do the first one more time. Let's see if we can remember it. I think it's, let's just look at the image again because that might help. I remember we did, okay, we did lounge, we did parasol, umbrella, twisting, then we did skipping, and then we did the dog. Let's try that one more time. I'm gonna make this small again so you can see me. Let's play this. Yeah. Lounge. And then we did parasol. Shake yourself. Open the umbrella. And twist. And skip. Skip. And then we finish with that shake. Get out of the water. Nice. So now we all have these kind of physical memories of the artwork that we kind of can like think of the art in a different way, which is kind of nice other than just looking at it and seeing things. It's kind of nice to think about it physically as well, I think. So come back next week for another wellness thing on art and social activism. It's not going to be dancing, but it's going to be something to help you feel better about the whole situation that we're in. And come check out Nantucket Dance Festival on Instagram. It's super new, but there's going to be great content there, kind of tying together dance and music and visual arts, similar to like kind of what we were talking about today. Great, thank you all so much for coming. Bye.